Another tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to talk about tabbed navigation. Okay, tabbed navigation consists of tabs. Okay, a lot of horizontal tabs. Okay, so it's mostly used when you want to display related items. Okay, it is common to have fixed tabs, like only few of them, like maybe two or five, maximum five tabs. But in case if you have more than five tabs, then you can add horizontal scrolling tabs. Okay, so that you can horizontally scroll among all the tabs. Okay, there are they are used mostly for grouping destinations that are at the same hierarchical level. Okay, so this can be the primary navigation if the destination are related. This might be in the case if your app you develop is in a narrow or a specific subject field where the primary destinations are related, such as news app, like you any app, news app. Okay, so most commonly it is used with bottom navigation bar that we discussed in our previous lecture. Most it is used together with the bottom navigation bar to present secondary navigation that is available with a primary destination. So actually it is just used to present as a secondary navigation. Okay, being bottom navigation bar providing you as a primary navigation, right? So let's it was all about the theoretical part, so let's implement this tab navigation. So first thing what we need to do in implementing the tab navigation is we have to go and okay, so this is my simple tab navigation activity that I have created. And okay, the first thing is the have to check the strings, right? So strings what I'm using for the tabs navigation is this one, strings. Okay, so this is bottom navigation bar. Let me add some strings. Tabbed navigation. Okay, so this is the strings that I'll be using. Let me see if I have implemented the manifest. I have this is pretty bottom navigation, so I need a similarly here also a tabbed navigation. So here I I declare my fragment that is a tabbed navigation activity to true, and then I have to pass the intent filter. Okay, let me close this. Okay, okay, so actually this tab navigation activity will be our launcher activity. So okay, so we are good to go. And yeah, this tab navigation, the layout is pretty empty for the moment. Okay, so yeah, first we added the strings, and then we have to the second thing is, let's go to the Gradle, and we have to implement the necessary dependencies. The dependencies for tab navigation is a view pager. So we have to implement the view pager. Let's implement the view pager Android X view pager 2. Okay, so this is the library that we will be implementing. This was for the navigation. Okay, let me sync. Okay, so that I will import the necessary library for view pager. So in order to be able to swipe through the tabs left and right, so if you want to swipe through the tabs left and right, we need to use view pager component. Okay, so for this reason we have added this dependency as a view pager component. So we need to create new blank fragments called let's create some fragments. Necessary is we need a movies fragment. Okay, let me create a blank fragment from here called movie fragment. Okay, now my fragment is created. Actually I don't need this extra code. Okay, I don't need this, I don't need even this one. Okay, so this is my fragment movie. It's a blank fragment. Okay, so so our movie fragment, the layout for the, let me write the layout for the my movie fragment will be consisting of some, it's a simple, it's a, okay, it's a simple text view, okay, consisting of the dummy text that I have created here. So my dummy text is this one. Okay, so let me, I don't need this context for the moment. And yeah, my movie fragment will be consisting of this dummy text. And okay, so we have to update also our main active, like your tab navigation activity layout is pretty empty for the moment. So what we have to do is we have to uh, okay, let's update our the necessary components that we need to add in our main activity, that is the activity tabs navigation activity, right? Tab navigation activity. So obviously we need the view pager, and view pager 2 as a component. We need the width is match parent is wrap content. Let me close this, let me add some id, is a view pager as id. And okay, obviously I need also a tab layout, tab layout, uh, okay, which is width is match parent and wrap content. Okay, so we have all obviously the id as a tab layout. And obviously the constraints should be added because it's a constraint layout. So top to top of parent, and here we is top to bottom of tab layout. Okay, so yeah, we are good to go. We have a tab layout, then inside we have a view pager to swipe left and right, right? Okay, so what next? Okay, so we have updated our um, main layout, the layout for the tab navigation activity. So okay, one thing that I missed is like we have to also update our tab mode to be fixed, right? Because we need our tabs to be fixed. So let's put the tab mode to be fixed in our tab layout, uh, or scrollable, it depends on what, let's put it fixed, at first, and then we can change on the basis of the so so here this will pretty much make your tab layout fixed. Okay, and so to display the required content, we will use view pager, a swipeable layout that allows you to add multiple views or fragment, so that when a user swipes to change one of the tab, the body content displays the corresponding view or fragment. Okay, so we are going to swipe between movie fragments, right? And our tab layout is fixed so that all the tab layouts are visible, okay, to the screen at the same time. Or we can also add actually tab modes to be scrollable in case if you have more than three or five, more than five or multiple tabs, then you can put it your tab mode as a scrollable, right? uh, so in case of multiple tabs, then initially your some of your tabs are off screen, so that when if they don't fit within the horizontal screen, then the horizontal scrolling tab layout is pretty like you can put as scrollable as a tab mode, then this will pretty makes your tab layout as a scrollable, right? Horizontally scrollable tab layout. Okay, so for the moment let me put it fixed. Okay, so next we need to provide the content for the view pager. The component that provides the data that you use in view pager is called adapter. So adapter is like pretty much provides the data that will be used by this view pager. So we need to also create another thing that is adapter. So let's create adapter which is called movie adapter. Okay, so this movie adapter will consist of actually it will have a constructor and state adapter will be implementing the fragment state adapter, and its constructor will consist of manager and life cycle. Okay, so we will have to also pass the similar fragment manager and life cycle. Okay, so similarly we have to override the items, like we have to override these two items, like sorry, okay, let's override, let's implement the members. We have to add a get item count and create fragment. So these two let's override these two components, and create fragment will pretty much return the same movie fragment. Okay, and get item count will be the total scrollable items. Okay, let's create a constant variable, like which will be like a tab genre scrollable. Okay, we need to have a list of string.action. Okay, let me import this. Okay, we have similarly we will be having comedy, we will be having drama, we will be having science fiction, we will be having different genres of a movie, like family, we will be having crime, and we'll be also having the history, right? So there will be also tab, so we'll be displaying both the cases. Fixed, first we will be working with the fixed, and then we will be also creating but let me create the variables. So the fixed will be like action, comedy and drama. Action, actually I can pretty much copy and paste. So these three will be fixed, and those more than 5 will be scrollable tab. Okay, layouts. Okay, so we will be using this so let's create first tab fixed dot size. Okay, so I will be using this fixed size first. Okay, and I have the movie adapter. Okay, so this adapter is providing pretty much the data for our view pager, and okay, let's update our main activity now. So let's go and update our main activity. So our main activity in the sense like is the tab navigation activity. So we have to update the logic for our tab navigation activity, that is view. Let's create a view pager, find view by id, it's like it's a view pager, it's actually view pager 2 guys. So our idea view pager. Okay, let's me import this, and we also have a tab layout. Find view by id. It's like tab layout dot id tab. Okay, so now we have a adapter is a movie adapter, sorry. Then this includes support fragment manager and life cycle. Okay, so it takes two parameters, and we'll be using this view pager and attaching the adapter that we have just created. And okay, so what next is like we also need this tab layout mediator. Okay, so you can retrieve the views from the layout and link the tabs to the view pager with the tab layout mediator. So what you can do with the tab layout mediator is you retrieve the views from the layout and link the tabs to the view pager. You retrieve the views from the layout and link the tabs to view pager with using this tab layout mediator. The tab itself is exposed for you to customize. In this instance we are just setting the text. Okay, the position is also available to link the tab position to the fragment position in the view pager. So creating this tab navigation is pretty it looks pretty simple. So let's go and implement this tab layout tab layout mediator. And what we need as input is a tab layout and a view pager. As you can see, multiple implementation, tab layout, view pager, and we have tab and position. Okay, so tab dot text is resources get string fixed, and we get the position, right, and pass the necessary and attach the tab layout mediator to your view pager. Okay, so now we are good to go here, and let me run the applications to see if there is any changes, and let's see if everything is working fine. Okay, yeah, seems like everything is pretty working fine, like a pro, you know. So yeah, and everything is working fine. You see, I can pretty much switch to the tab layout. Okay, so this is a fixed tab layout, you know. Your tabs are pretty much visible. And if you want to implement the scrollable tab layout, let's put me tab scrollable, and I want to update also tab scrollable. So let me apply this. Okay, you see I have more tabs, like you see action, comedy, drama, science fiction, family, crime, history. But obviously it's fixed, so everything is displayed here. So what I have to change is like is tab modes to be scrollable. Okay, so now everything be working fine like a pro. You see it's pretty sorry, let me run it again, guys. You see it's scrollable pretty fine, and now we have everything working fine, right? Family, crime, history, and we can pretty much scroll on the basis of what is necessary. Okay, so guys, it's pretty much what I want to make in the sense like demonstrate the use of tab layout. So based on your choices of your requirement of your application, you can just implement scrollable tab layout or fixed tab layout. Okay, so and thank you for listening, and catch you in the next lecture. Thank you.